What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be teaching you how to increase earnings on an existing niche website. So if you currently have a site and it's a bit stagnant and you're trying to increase the earnings on it, this video should give you a general idea of a few things that you can actually explore to potentially increase your traffic and earnings. All right, so there's going to be 7 ways in precise that I'll teach you inside of this video. One of the first ways that we're going to go through is actually increasing your traffic. So with niche websites or affiliate websites or any kind of website really, one of the easiest ways of actually increasing your earnings is to subsequently increase your traffic. So one of the things or methods that you can use to increase the traffic very rapidly on your website is to double the amount of content on the site at the moment. So if you have 100 pages, try and go for 200. If you have 50 articles, try and go for 100. And one of the easiest ways to actually do that is to target low competition, underserved keywords. And that can be obviously potentially buyer intent or informational based. Of course, you're going to get quicker results in regards to traffic with info keywords if you are targeting low competition info keywords. But if you are focused on just having like a buyer intent focused kind of website, like a review type website, then obviously you may be looking potentially at some buyer intent, best buy keywords and review keywords. You can bump up the rankings on existing pages which are ranking on positions 5 through 10. There's many different ways you can do that. One of the quickest ways is by using a tool called Surfer SEO, which I'll dig into later in this video. And also you could recycle existing traffic. Now, one of the ways of quickly doing that is by targeting your high volume articles on your website, and you can do that by heading over to Google Search Console, and you can go and see the articles that are gaining the most traffic on your website, and then use internal links to funnel people through from those articles to other articles on your website. Or of course you could set up a 5-day email sequence and retarget them that way. And then of course you could also try adding on another traffic source. So one of the 2 best ways that I recommend is YouTube or Pinterest. Pinterest and YouTube, purely because they are also search engines. So people are actively searching for information on there, and once you can rank certain keywords, then obviously you can get consistent traffic time over time. All right, so the second way is what I briefly touched on inside of the first as a kind of potential method of increasing your traffic, but I'd like to actually highlight that as its own entity. So setting up an email campaign can be very profitable at actually increasing your earnings. So in the first example, I was using it to increase the traffic on the site, which in result will obviously, give you some more earnings. But in this scenario, we're actually talking about using email marketing directly to increase your earnings. And one of the ways you can actually do that is by owning the traffic and redirecting that traffic to wherever you want. So you can retarget people forever with multiple different products, and it helps you to also build a relationship with your readers as well. Now, a few things that you can actually promote in an email funnel is going to be articles, info products, or affiliate offers. So you can set up like a 5-day email sequence. As you can see here in this example, we've got email 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now these can be all written out and then used again and again and again, because ultimately if you've got like an email capture form on your website, or it's something inside of the sidebar or an exit pop-up or something like that, people opt in for some kind of lead magnet. So that lead magnet you could create by essentially going to any other site and reverse engineering their site, just going over to like a keyword search tool and sorting by the most popular article based on traffic, and then see what the topic is, and then go and potentially get like someone on Fiverr to create an ebook around that topic, and you could submit that page to them so they got like a kind of guideline to go from. Or alternatively, you could head over to a website like BuzzSumo and sort by something, the topic that's being most shared, and then obviously that way you can find the most highest engaging content for a particular keyword that you're trying to target. So whatever your site's about, if it's about affiliate marketing, go put that into BuzzSumo and see what has been shared the most across the internet, and then get an ebook written on that topic and then share that to your readers on the site. Okay, you want to make sure that's evergreen, by the way, as well, and not dated. All right, so once you've got that, you're going to get obviously a bunch of people opting in, and then in the first email you might explain who you are, why you're in their inbox, what they can expect from you, and then you give them the free product that they came in for, like the lead magnet. Number 2 email might be, asking them to reply to your email or something like that. Email 3 might be like, you start getting them warmed up in your story, or you carry on your story from email 1 because you want to get some kind of story going throughout these emails, like explaining who you are and all of that. And then, and how you actually, kind of found solution to whatever it is that you're trying to help them with. And then email 3, you could continue that on and then use the PS section to tell them that you got this great product or discovery that you had, and you're going to share it with them in email 4. Email 4 might be a light pitch, and then 5th, like strong pitch or something on an affiliate product. But it's just a quick way of actually getting some wins. Or email 3, you could send them off to like your best buyer intent article. So it could be something where you've got a list of products getting reviewed. So that means if anyone lands on this and comes through any of your pages on your website, could be an informational piece or anything like that, they'll come through this sequence and then end up on your buyer intent article and potentially make a purchase down the road. All right, so that's how you can recycle that. Now the third way is going to be on-page optimization. One of the easiest ways you can do this is through your outbound links, creating supporting pages for very difficult to rank keywords, and clean alt tags and good practices like meta description, meta title, all of that kind of stuff. So what you want to do is make sure that your on-page SEO is squeaky clean, and then you also want to use something called Surfer SEO for pages that are between 5 through 20 ranking positions, and this will identify where you're over optimized on articles, or if there's like big difference in regards to where you are and the pages that are showing up in the top 10 in regards to your backlink profile or page loading speed, phrases, keyword densities. So absolutely everything there is in regards to on-page SEO. Surfer SEO is probably going to cover that for you. And the way you do that is by just heading over to Surfer SEO, you drum in your keyword that you're trying to rank, and then you select your article from the results that it gives you, and then you compare it to other similar articles. So you don't want to do ones that are like way above you in authority, and the way you can gauge that on Surfer is by just seeing the ones that have similar traffic to your website as well. Or you could obviously use the Moz Google extension tool and actually manually put the keyword in, see what pops up in the top 10 on the Google page results, and then that will give you an idea of obviously the domain authority that's hanging about on the first page. Number 4 is going to be run a backlink campaign, and the best way I think to quickly skyrocket a website's performance with backlinks is going to be skyscraper technique. The reason why is because you get a big influx of links coming into your site. The downside to this is you don't have any control over the anchor text, so you might get over optimized, and that could be negative on your site. So you just have to be mindful of that. And I would definitely go and find, so Brian Dean has an article on this. What it is essentially where you go and find a piece of content that was highly shared. So again, you would go over to something like BuzzSumo or Ahrefs Content Explorer, and you sort by the most shared articles. So once you've got that most shared article, you're then gonna go drum that into like Ahrefs or Key Search, the tool that I recommend for beginners, and you'll reverse engineer that website. So you're gonna go and see all of the backlinks that are being directed to that specific page, not to the domain. Then what you're going to do is export that list. So you have like a list of maybe a couple hundred different webmasters, and then what you're going to do is run an outreach campaign where you could potentially just use a template, and you're going to reach out to all of those site owners, and you're going to basically tell them all about this great piece of content that you've written, because you already know that they've linked to something similar. And what it is you want to go about 50 to 100% the length of the original article. You want to make it a lot more well researched, more media, better, faster loading, absolutely just like more thorough and informative and fun and friendly than the original. Okay, so just better in that sense, even though that's quite vague. All right, and what you want to do is link that article to the most relevant money pages on your website. It can actually help it get a little bump with all the backlink, the link juice that's going to flow in to that particular post on your site. If you want to know more about the skyscraper technique, then I highly recommend you go and see that on Backlinko's website, Brian Dean's, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box. Now, number 5 is CTR optimization, which is click-through rate optimization. This is great for pages that are ranking in positions 2 to 4, and one of the easiest ways to actually do this is to increase the amount of dates that you have within it, like using dates or numbers. Odd numbers work better than positive, I don't know why, than even, sorry. And then we've got like power words, so you can go use words like awesome, effective, quick, all of these kind of words. There's different websites that you can go onto that show you a bunch of different power words. You can get hundreds and hundreds of them. Capitalizations, 65 title max, so in your meta title you only keep it to 65 characters characters max. And then I believe it's like 165 to 170 max for the description. And then find secondary keywords that you're showing up for but not optimized for. So a quick way to do that is to head over to Google Search Console, and what you can do is actually go and find different keywords that you're actually showing up for, like sort by impressions, and it will show you keywords that you're showing up for but you haven't actually optimized for. So you might not have those keywords within your article, but Google feels that it's relevant to those keywords. So if you don't, you can actually get a quick win by just using that somewhere within your H1 title, you know, or in a subheading, so on and so forth. But it can also increase your click-through rate and obviously at the same time get you some more traffic and rankings as well. 6 is conversion rate optimization. So this is where you're split testing different colors, buttons, intros, subheadings, and one of the great tools that you can use for this is Optimizely, or there's alternatives, like, because this can be quite expensive. So there's Google Optimize, I believe, and then there's like about 6 other tools that I've actually linked out inside of here. So you can so AB Tasty, so this one here, you have to request for pricing again. This one same again, G2. OmniConvert, you can see this offers a free plan. Okay, so this is a good one to actually split test. And then we've got here, this one starts at $79 per month. Maybe you can just do like a month or a free trial, something like that. VWO, this one's a little bit more expensive. And then obviously we've got this one here, and then Google Optimize, which is the free one. So you know, this is probably going to be your best shout to get started if you're brand new. And obviously Optimizely is also an option as well. And then obviously Crazy Egg. This Crazy Egg, I only recently found out about this, but it's pretty good software. It actually is good for tables as well, so it's very good. 24 quid a month, dollars I should say. And then add another stream of income. That's the very last one, so you can get creative in this part. One of the things you can do is create your own products. So that could be an informational product or some kind of course or something like that, like a digital product or physical product even. You could add advertising to your website, so register with Google AdSense. And of course, if you have crossed any kind of 10,000 plus visitors, then you can potentially sign up to Ezoic, Mediavine, AdThrive. There's many different networks that you can become a part of, or advertising operators that you can join up with. And then negotiate higher payouts with vendors. So if you're promoting, like, you know, a specific affiliate product and you're getting a certain set kind of income from it, then go and reach out to your vendor and see if they can actually, you know, give you a better payout commission for your sales. You know, especially if you're bringing them consistent sales, they're probably going to be a lot more open to that than someone who isn't. Then you can do things like selling your website, like based on its authority, so selling space on the website. So you could sell guest posts or links. You know, many people, when they obviously get contacted for outreach campaigns and whatever, we're trying to purchase links from those people. So, and people are open to selling them, you know, so be mindful here, because you don't want to look like spam or start to make your website like a complete spam environment. So a few links here and there is not bad, you know, to add some income, or a few guest posts you sell here and there, especially the writer's good. So always make sure to take a look at some of their previous work and then manually check it before anything goes up on your site. And you can do whatever you like, to be honest. So, you know, whatever kind of ways that you are looking at, just test, you know, try different things, be open-minded, and there's no rules to this, okay? Just as long as you obviously keep within the legalities of internet marketing. All right, and then if you want to learn all of this and you're interested in more information like this, then I've actually got an ebook. Some of you have already purchased it. For those of you who haven't, it's a very good book. I've put a lot of effort into it. It's got, you know, many proven strategies that I've actually tested myself using for building niche websites. It's got a backlink blueprint in there, so all of the resources that I actually use for building up websites and their backlink profiles, how to increase your revenue on the site, increasing traffic, action plans, and everything else there is to know in between. So if you are interested in that book's currently $37. You can actually check that out in the description box as well. All right, so that's it. So if you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe, and if you did enjoy the video, leave me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or anything like that, then make sure to leave them below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.